is my 23rd birthday. And bank accounts have been frozen. Been dealing with that all week, and I don't have access to anything, and not to mention just a checking and savings account. I don't have. I'm thinking I'm waiting to talk to somebody. No, this lady has transferred me. I had to basically, I opened up every time they told me the same thing. They can't help me because I don't have a card. Wait till the card comes. No card has popped up. Um, yeah, this is my life. I have a. Do y'all see the bags from crying? So today is 10:50, April 11th. I have not had access to my money in City for about 2 going on 3 weeks. Um, I'm very depressed. Here I am thinking like, oh, I'm doing a good thing, or oh, I'm being financially responsible. Um, so I'm only 23. I just turned 23 on April the 4th. I'm talking like this because I'm irritated. But I had to cancel everything that I wanted to do for my birthday because of this. I've had to inconvenience a lot of people by needing their assistance. When typically I'm able to handle everything on my own, even in regards to my business, because I don't have any money to buy products or, mind you, I'm a travel artist. I don't have any money to travel. I don't have any money to buy materials. I haven't been able to take any clients, period, since I've lost access to this money. Not to mention all the money that I owe people. Um, but basically, I opened up a credit card with Citi, a secure card, because your girl's trying to rebuild her credit. Um, that card came cool. Any assistance. Not to mention, if my birthday was last Friday, so this would have been like March 31st, I had the pleasure of driving around Dallas thinking, oh, because I stay in Dallas. Oh, it's a branch here in Dallas. Because I could have sworn when I was younger they had a branch that was off of Ledbetter. It's not there no more. It's replaced with Truzit. They must have bought out City because, anyways, I'm gonna tell y'all why I think that. But I went, I got on Google and it was like the closest city to me was in Caddo Hills, Texas. That was my first time ever going there. Drove an hour there to get there, and it's a Truett, whatever you said. It's like a purple. I was just like, okay, whatever. I should have just went to the address that I was familiar with, because it also said that they had a location off of Preston Road, which is in Plano. Caddo Hills, Plano. That was like an hour and 30 minutes drive. Um, Drove there, no branch. Um, then I drove. It said they had one last location in Dallas, which was in Irving. And I get there, and I believe that was the corporate office. No regular bank. So then I get to Googling, and it was like, oh, it's a branch in Houston. So then I start kind of calling around down there. It's the same thing as Dallas. No branches at all. Um, It's just corporate offices, I guess. Then I was like, let me look at Oklahoma. No branches in Oklahoma. No branches in Louisiana. No branches in Alabama. I said, what the fuck have I got myself into? Literally, like. So I opened up the account because their Accelerate Savings account has, well, for me in Texas anyways, it had a 3.80 APR on it. And, like I was saying, I'm trying to be financially smart. Since this was money that I was saving and I didn't want to put it in a certificate of deposit, which is a CD, I put it in that account. I didn't think I would get locked out though. Just to let it sit. So I hope while it's sitting, it's getting some interest. But yeah, I just moved my money over there. And it's like I moved, because you gotta fund the account. When you open up an account. So, I put the money over there. Like, it's money in the checking account, it's money in the savings account. I can't even make the credit card payment because the money for the credit card is in that account that I can't get access to. This has been the most. So let me confirm with y'all. So after further research, I had to figure out that the only branch, well, I'm not gonna say in the United States, but the closest branch to Texas is Miami. Okay. So after researching, because now that it took me basically 2 weeks of all this research, 2 to 3 weeks of all this research, calling around, driving around, wasting my motherfucking gas. Great. Your appointment is confirmed. Okay. So I don't know. I called. I called the Citibank on Broward Boulevard. When I called both of them. This was at 10:28. I don't want it to focus out. We were on the phone for 6 minutes. Immediately, the number for that one was 945-376-3100. When I called that number, it doesn't even say I wasn't necessarily used to. It didn't let me call it actually, so y'all can see what I'm saying. When you call the number immediately, not know, hey, it's Citibank, or hey, you call Citibank, or nothing. When you get on the phone, it immediately is like, you qualify for a $100 gift card. And I was kind of taken aback and when I asked the rep, can you confirm the business name? They were just like, what's your name? What's your name? Let's see if I can get them on the phone again.
Don't go anywhere. You've been upgraded to our new savings line where you can save hundreds of dollars. Press 1 to continue. Hear an offer you like, simply press 1. Or press 2 to hear the next offer. Thanks. Please press 1 to confirm you want to see if you qualify for a $100 shopping reward. Or press 2 to hear another offer.
Press 2 to hear another offer.
Thank you for calling to claim the reward. What is your first and last name?
Could you say that business name again?
Trying for it.
So this isn't Citibank?
Your bank is Citibank?
That's who I'm trying to get in contact with.
You're dialing the correct number, but there was an issue with that line. That is the reason for that inconvenience. Your call has been directed to my company, Prime Perks.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I hung up. Just to see what y'all. That was the first time that they were just like, "Oh, that number is messed up." But I did that to show y'all. That was the 3100. That was the Citibank on Broward. I believe I set my appointment up for the one. Isn't it? I think I set mine up for the one that's in Fort Lauderdale. Um, I'm trying to compare the numbers in that call. Yeah. So even let me call this one just so y'all can see like it's a different number and they saying the same thing. Different number.
Don't go anywhere. You've been upgraded to our new savings line where you can save hundreds of dollars. Press 1 to continue.
I'm not interested. I just want to get my money out the account. And I just, because I'm having to fly, I'm like, like I just want to be sure of everything before I get on this plane. For the simple fact, I already spent one whole day driving around Dallas. Like when I told y'all I went to Caddo Mills, playing on Irving, that was like my whole day. Literally, that was my whole day. Couldn't take no clients, no nothing, because I'm thinking, oh, I can just walk into a branch and get it all sorted out because that's what I'm used to. I've never ever, I've worked for banks. I've never, like, the issue that I'm having. So, I got that confirmed, I guess. I had to set it online because, granted, like, okay, she who was on the phone gave me an explanation, but the first two people that I spoke with, every time I was like, is this City? And they were like, is this the number you called? I'm like, dang. Like, being sarcastic. But, they kind of like, I do know sometimes it do depend on the rep, and it wasn't crossing my mind to record this stuff when it was happening because I was hysterical. Still is hysterical because I can't get my money. And it's like messing up everything, like because I can't take clients. I don't have no transportation now because of this issue. So that's why I'm just like, in a matter of 2 weeks, me being 2 to 3 weeks, just to put time span on it, like I've basically lost everything. But when I originally was calling, when I first got locked out of the account, what I think happened is because I was telling you how I established the relationship with Citi was because I opened up the security card, right? I opened up the security card and then it was just, it was sending emails and stuff like, oh, we have a checking in savings. I already explained it. So that's how I ended up opening those accounts. After, this wasn't even like the first person who told me this. This was somebody who I talked to on my birthday. This, mind you, I've been locked out of my account since like middle of March. My birthday was April 4th, which is last Friday. And this is the next Friday, which means my birthday was a week ago. So if it ain't been a month, it's about to be a month. This is a lot. This is a lot. From somebody who deals with depression and anxiety, this is a lot. This is making me spiral, literally. I think maybe because I also did notice, like when I was calling them, they was transferring me to the fraud department immediately. Like, as soon as I called, they're just like, oh, they're not telling me, but like, once they do transfer me, if they even let me know that they're transferring me, like, hey, this is the fraud department. Mind you, I told y'all I work for a bank as well, so that's why I'm just like worked. And you know, I'm cool. Like, I try not to like give anybody a hard time just for some fact like this your job and this is what you do and this is not your rules. You know, you just working for them. But even the very first person I talked to when my account got locked up. Remember how I said I got the secure card first, and I got the checking and the savings account. When I set up the credit card, it asks for like security questions, right? And me thinking that they banking and they checking was together, like it's both city, but it's still two different, like you call two different numbers. But I didn't know that at the time. I was thinking, basically the lady kept putting the emphasis on the security word, but then she kept saying like if you set one up or if you didn't. And that was kind of a trick question because at the time I did not know that they was two separate. And they not also putting no like clarification on it. They're just asking for a security word. So basically the dude was like, you gave me the wrong word, and I'm just like, sir, I just opened up the account. Could you let me know like at least what security word for what account you asking for? And he was just like, no, you have to call back, let the system reset. Me thinking he telling the truth. I hang up, call back. The lady's just like, yeah, since you don't have the card, since you don't have the account number, we can't let you in. Boom, hang up, cry my motherfucking eyes out. Um, my mama can be attest to this because she's basically been who I've been confiding in, as well as my child's father. Cause I'm just like, this is fucking stupid. So that happened. I had basically been calling. Like, is this? I can confirm the transactions. I can confirm the amounts in the account. I can confirm addresses. Like, they never not once asked me for an address to confirm my security to let me in the account. That's basically what they're saying. Since I can't get them the card, okay, I didn't even get that point. So, um, when I originally got locked out, I was still waiting on the card. If I'm not mistaken, the card was shipped out on the 23rd, the 25th. The 25th. The card was shipped out on the 25th of March. And so I had to have gotten locked out like March 30th, March 31st. It could be wrong, but I'm going to confirm in a later video. But when I got locked out, it was still kind of within that time frame. Like, okay, the card could still show up, you know. I do know I gotta come first class mail. I'm very familiar with the postal service because I have to ship out packages. So I'm just like first class, typically so or cool. Plus the credit card came first class mail, you know. It did take forever, but it came. So I still had hope at the time. The card never showed up. The card never showed up. So I don't know. I did get it like when they told me they shipped it out, I got an email and I wasn't locked out of the account when they quote unquote shipped the card. So I don't know if they maybe did a stop package or like, oh, we didn't flag her account, let's not ship it out. Never got the card. The representative that I spoke to on my birthday though, she was like, you should have got a welcome packet in the mail with your account and, you know, savings on it and stuff like that. I haven't got any correspondence in regards to my checking and savings account, emphasis on checking and savings account, in the mail. They send letters for my credit card. They do not send anything. They have not sent anything for my checking and savings account since I opened it. But yes, the lady that I spoke to on my birthday, she definitely let me know that I was like, you're supposed to get a welcome package and you could have looked at that for your account number and stuff like that. Never got that. So then I was just like, okay, let me call and report the card stolen or lost because it never came, so y'all can just reissue at another one and we'll see if that one comes. They won't even let me do that. They won't even let me do that. They literally are just like, we can't even get into the account. I said, How y'all can't get into the account? I'm giving y'all my social. I can give y'all anything. Y'all needed my social and my ID number from off my driver's license to open it. Why y'all can't just look it up at that? And I do get, okay, they were just like, oh, well, you opened this account up online. Y'all can't access my account? What? So they basically are like, unless you get the account number or the card eventually comes, the original card that I already let y'all know never came. That, yeah. And then the lady was just like, um, I was just like, so she was just like, you can come into a branch or basically just wait to see if the card ever comes or see if a letter ever comes. And I was just like, well, I stay in Texas. So and she was just like, yes, no city presence in Texas. 111 on the camera, so I'm gonna take that as in the beginnings. But my lips are very chapped. But she was basically like, well, after 6 months, basically telling me 3 to 6 months of them seeing no activity on the account, they may or may not cash out the account. And then, even then, just because it's a balance, like she kept saying, they'll just close the account out if there's no money in it. I don't know if that was like, I would, I'm getting frustrated talking about it because it's annoying me. She kept saying like, oh, if there's no money in the account, they'll just close it out after a month. I was like, I've been telling you since I got on the phone that both the checking and the savings account have money in it. And she was just like, she kept giving me that, like, kept saying like, literally, like, just kept saying like, if they don't have any money in it, that they'll close out. And I'm like, lady, it does have money. So then I guess once she like realized, or oh, like she keeps saying the same thing over and over, she was just like, okay, 3 to 6 months like of no activity. If they don't see anything, then they'll just close the account out. And I'm just like, 6 months from April 4th. That's the end of the year. And that was still a maybe. So yeah. That was my last time calling them because that's when I established either you're going to go to the branch and get the money or you just going to be without your money. And just knowing that I'm being inconvenienced by now having to fly to Miami to get this is like, wow. But I've been doing everything that I was supposed to do. I do have one more complaint to put in. But on April 4th, I put in a complaint with the BBB and the CFPB explaining this. And I know with both of those agencies, they have up to 15 days to respond, or they're supposed to respond in 15 days. It's been a week because I did it last Friday. So, no response. And both the CBB and the CFPB have both let me know that they sent it off to them and they haven't responded. I also put it in with the Texas Department of Insurance, and it's another place that I need to put a complaint in. But I haven't got any correspondence for any of them. But just to let y'all know, like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, this is my life. So we have that appointment set up for next week now, and so I know I'm gonna film another video basically with receipts, basically, to show y'all basically like what's going on. But yeah, I don't want to like speak on anything like too soon before anything like really happens. But I'm mad, angry, depressed. I haven't been able to do anything that I want to do because of this. Not to mention all the stuff that I had to cancel, all the appointments I didn't have to turn down. Even the having to ask other people for money to even get this flight. Like, do y'all see the huge inconvenience? Um, so yeah, I'm about to go book the flight. And yeah, this is my life. Um, it's nice being a young adult, I guess. But yeah, y'all. I guess we'll get an update probably tomorrow. That's when I'll have everything like gathered and stuff like that. But yeah, Bunny Chronicles. I know I look a little upbeat, but you can definitely tell like I've been crying. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I really don't like having to ask people for money. So since I've been having to ask for money from people and ask people to do stuff for me and my child, because mind you, this money, my money is for my child as well. It's been a huge inconvenience. Somebody who's basically independent, hyper independent, I guess you would say. Having to ask people for money that I know don't want to help me. And it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, y'all. Bye.